Guys, good morning. Me mamunyina good morning. Me damase se ne munyina maba. Me mamunyina akwaba eba live arena. Eha yesua die. Ye fanim die efi ebinom ho. Na yenso ya fa bi ama ye ho. Said Saturday bia said ama emi say wo network no. Mommy feedback.
Still.
Okay. Yeah. So every Saturday, yeah, any live arena. Yeah, brewo educative program. To me, aboawo. Na wonso wanya ndie bi na wode aboa afoforo. Enti ene yema mo akwaba. Sai your boa ne yɛkeka ho nneɛma bom ɛyɛ CM Africa, me moderator papa. Ono ɛna ɛboa me yɛkeka program yi bom. Sɛ yɛyɛ wie every Saturday a ɔtwe ɛde to YouTube. CM Africa handle okɔ hɔ a wobɛnya program no ahwɛ bibia a yɛyɛɛyɛ ɛwɔ ha. Na sɛ wante bi a na watie bi. Nea yɛka de biara ne sɛ nimdeɛ eni ɔbaakofo tiri mu. Enti wote sɛ obi ɛɛka biribi a fa bi firi mu na fa ka deɛ woni mu no ho. Sɛ wowɔ bi nso kyɛn onipa ne deɛ na wakyɛ na ɔno nso ahu na wafa bi afiri mu na yɛtimi akɔ yɛnim. Sɛdeɛ de biara yɛsua adeɛ no, saa na ɛne nso yɛbɛsua adeɛ. Bɛyɛ 3 weeks ni ɛfa effect of relationships on our health. Na yɛsua ne nyinaa wie yɛbɛhu sɛ when relationships are not managed well, ɛtumi result in mental disorders, behavior disorders, addiction, depression, anxiety, ɛne nea ɛkeka ho nyinaa. Yɛbotaeɛ nyinaa ne sɛ yɛbɛtena ase ne yɛnya apɔmuden pa na yɛtumi yɛdi adwumadie biara a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛdi. Enti ɛno ho adesua ɛna yɛgu so a yɛsua no. Last week yɛhwɛ depression and anxiety. Na megye di sɛ na wɔ ha a wohu sɛ ɛkɔɔ yie ankasa. Ɛnnɛ nso yɛde foforɔ ɛrebrɛ wo a ɛyɛ addictive behavior. Na addictive behavior no nso ɛyɛ nsunsuanso a ɛbɛtumi aba wɔ berɛ a certain things in the relationship ɛbɛtumi ama ebinom find comfort in doing nneɛma bi. Onipa nankasa no ebia nea ɔkɔ mu wɔ ne relationship mu no nti no ɔtry sɛ ɔbɛheali or try sɛ ɔbɛyɛ biribi in place of that. Enti na wa-adopt certain behaviors. Ɛnɛ yɛbɛkasa afa addictive behaviors ɛho. Enti yɛka addictive behavior koraa mpo a obi bɛbusa sɛ ɛyɛ den. In fact, nneɛma a yɛyɛ on daily basis no, they show our behavior. Ɛkwan a yɛsi fa kasa, ɛkwan a yɛsi fa handle yɛabufuo, ɛkwan a yɛsi fa ɛyɛ nneɛma bebree no, they are the behaviors that we put out, okay? And mmerɛ a bibi pɔtee bi a woyɛ ayɛ sɛ wonni ho ahohyɛsoɔ, you cannot control anaasɛ you can't put a stop to it. It becomes addictive, okay? Enti addictive behaviors no ɛyɛ suban ahodoɔ bi a yɛda no adi wɔ berɛ a yɛde yɛn ho ahyɛ dwumadie bi mu a yɛntumi ngyae, okay? And saa behavior no sɛ ɛkɔ so a affect brain no, okay? Affect brain no na affect behavior no, and ɛbɛtumi lead to certain behaviors that you cannot control, okay? When you are unable to control these behaviors, Sorry. So those behaviors no when to be when to me on control na etumi hadwen ebe affect ekwan a wo fa so eye obi bia. In fact, behavior no addictive wo mra ye ka say behavior no addictive wo bra wo you have the edge. You have the edge. Unya tinka wo mu say ade we e wo se meye, e wo se meye, e wo se meye. Unya ahohyeso ebia e wo ho. This addiction no ebetumi aye substance. Meka substance meka ne say ebia enuro bi ana bibi bia oye wonim pa sa de kodi a wo de ho ahyem a wo ye ebetumi anya bad effect on you, but untumi enye dey enka untumi ensha wo so because you know pa say ensen a wo num yi ana say enro yi a wo num yi no ebetumi affect wo personal behavior ana say wa pomuden. Yes, still you will continue to do it. Eya na empe bebre no addictive behavior, it starts from experimenting. Okay, you start experimenting something small, then it will be growing. What are some of the types of addictive behaviors that we have? In fact, Dawson. Emu kakra bi ena ene meboboso Mecca about drug. So people get addicted to drugs, people get addicted to gambling, people get addicted to food, people get addicted to sex. So sex addiction, it can be like just watching pornography. Obi dia ni so obehwe pornography either pictures or video or whatever. Anase bia ohun se bia oba bi ede wasiesie ni hu show ni body parts bi kakra bia na chese ohwe san ohun de onye ne ho. Anase even masturbation. Okay, masturbation. Anase even the sex acts nankasa, some people can indulge in it and then they will become so addicted to it. People can also become addicted to alcohol. People can become addicted to shopping. People can become addicted to social media. And they say, and they be no that TikTok so 24/7 on Sorimpo. People can be addicted to internet all the time. They are so glued to the internet, looking for information, doing this, doing that. Okay, people can be addicted to video games, and then our society has grown in such a way, say, even the video games, we are introducing our little children to it. TV so the video games are also things that we can grow addicted to. And then tobacco. Tobacco is something that people are growing addiction to. So smoking, we must know, say, when it comes to smoking, the tobacco contains what we call the nicotine, and nicotine is a substance. So we take here, it increases the secretion of certain hormones like adrenaline and dopamine. Our body, and these hormones, brings about pleasure. Okay, and when you smoke, the nicotine increases this dopamine and adrenaline hormones, Emma pleasure, ekosro enti wan kasa no eye bibia ode ohun hyemu a ompese obeye den ubejai. So these are types and ase enema people can get addicted to. But wohwe sa enema ye amabobo su yi a, okay, ubetimi a categorize enema no into three main things. Okay, mummy no me pa mama kwagina bontin yo. Kwamna sorry. Mepa mama kwejina bonte. Monkwa bonte. Meba mama nwie. And so to me, I group it into three main things, okay, which is behavioral addiction, substance addiction, and then impulse addiction. And the types now me bobo it can be behavioral, and to say be alcoholism, drugs, shopping, sex, gambling, video games, social media, internet. It's more of behavioral, okay. Then when it's a substance, it can be specific medicals to say chemicals to say either the legal or illegal drugs and medications like cocaine, heroin, marijuana, and all those things, okay. And it can also be impulse addiction. So the impulse addiction have to do with impulse control disorder. So you can be prone to theft. Obi oha ohun say obi ade da ho na wanfa na ne ho jira no. So all these are addictions, and even emotional outbursts. Okay, emotional outbursts can also be addiction. So these are the three main categories of addictive behaviors. What are some of the risk factors? And maybe say Emma akwenya beda ho say obi betimi ayede agro addiction. Okay, the first thing most addiction, is related to genetic predisposition. Genetic predisposition, a bit to me abase. A bit to me abase. Let's just special box in mommy wine and microphone bra. A bit to me abase. Oh, let's just call. Genetic predisposition, a bit to me abase. One, the environment that the family is, that is the things that they are doing. As a child or as a teenager, family now we're normalizing it, say it is normal or no starting or now or and there can also be some genetic traits it's me pass it through the family. The other risk factor mental health disorder. Sometimes certain mental issues that people have, certain mental issues that people have, let them go into addiction. Okay. Sometimes to peer pressure can also play a vital role. The other thing is lack of social support. And certain things that we go through in life, when we don't get the right people to support us at the right time, we try to find comfort and then strength in certain things. And these things, we can become very addicted to those things. Until be the socio-economic status only sika now or the hey. Lexus, Ubeshe ye wa box no what? Put your video off. Early use of certain drugs. Early use of certain drugs can also play a role. Stress and then lack of parental. Lexus, please mute yourself for us, okay? Mute yourself and put up your video. And I said, "You're really chinching one on a bro, so and answer me. Eric, thank you." Sometimes environmental factors also play a role. So certain environmental factors that interact with certain critical stages in our life, especially teenage. Okay, in the teenage life, developmental stages, peer pressure is something it's me and there are certain environments who raise enkwala ewo they are pro utna ghetto area ghetto your children correct. Me pache, I see too much noise on my background. No monko sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Costa, sorry, why? Minya maybe na ejina hana or monko aba, monfan chemiene. Okay, so the environmental factors said where you raise your children, especially in their teenage, can influence how they become. Okay, so when they are living in an environment, ghettos, war, people are smoking, they feel it is the norm, and therefore they can get into it. And socioeconomic status, and so ebetimi ama obi abeye very addictive to certain things. There are four main levels of behavioral addiction, okay? It starts from experimental, then it will lead to regular use. Then the regular use will lead to high risk use. Then the high risk use will lead to addiction. In all these stages, there is something that can be done. Okay. The baby edu na management ni addiction, but even in addiction, we can still manage and handle the situation. So when you realize the stage you are, you are the stage of experimental use of any of the things, either pornography, video game, gambling, social media, internet, alcohol, drugs, and everything. You have to seek help, because experimental, if care is not taken, it will lead to regular use. And the regular use, if it is not well managed, it will lead to high risk use. And if it is not managed, it will lead to addiction. So what are the signs? There are so many signs and symptoms that an individual who have behavioral addiction can exhibit. Okay. Mofa key when na monko sa dan. Call room. Signs and symptoms, guys, sorry, signs and symptoms na also, but ebi a wobɛhu no to say one, mood swing. Wobɛhu say adekode na wayɛ addicted to no, asɛ unyɛ ya na wayɛ basa. Mood can swing. Either you become too happy or too sad, or you are in between. Okay, anxiety, you become so anxious of nothing. Depression can also be one sign of addiction. Euphoria, when it's me for no reason. Ni nyinaa yɛ signs. Irritability, okay, and so periods of hyperactivity. There are times you become so active in doing things. There are times you become less active. I say you don't have energy to go on again. There are issues of troubles in interpersonal relationship. It can even affect your relationship with other people. So when you realize, say, all these things are happening, wabra was starting either getting addicted to certain drugs or getting addicted to certain behaviors. Now, and then you should know, say there is problem which needs to be dealt with. There can be decreased motivation, there can be neglect of personal responsibilities, there can be drop in school activities. There can be loss of self-control. There can be legal problems that you are getting yourselves in, okay? And see, when you see all these signs and symptoms with you, who say the examples I gave earlier, either being addicted to video games, gambling, sex, drugs, and whatever. Na ewo say say where do baby a uhia mwa na o stretch your hands for help. So what are some of the effects of behavioral addiction? In fact, effects a dozen. Okay, but I have just grouped them into three areas. So it can have health implications, okay? On health, you can have things like it can affect your emotional well-being, okay? It can affect your emotional well-being. It can have a permanent brain damage on you. You can get heart attacks through that. You can have impaired decision making. You can have stroke and seizures. You can have organ damage in your system, and it can even weaken your immune system. Okay, so this addictive behavior, depending on what you are addicted to, you can have these health implications. It can also give you some social implications, and some of these social implications include it can affect your interpersonal relationship with other people. It can lead to divorce and separation in friendship and other things. It can even lead to unemployment, which definitely will be leading you to the line of poverty because your income, your source of income, will be going down. It can lead to abuse, okay? Either you yourself will be abused by other people, or other people will take advantage of your situation and abuse you. So it can be child abuse, it can be sexual abuse and everything, okay? Then it can also affect your finances socially. In fact, we know, say, the purchasing power helps you to do everything. Okay, most things in our today world, you need purchasing power to be able to do it. So when you get addicted and you are unable to function normally, okay, then your purchasing power will go down, and ebanesa, it will affect your social life, your relationship with people, and even things that you can afford for your personal self. Even food, clothing, and other things can be affected. And physically, it can also affect your physical health. So in this, addiction can lead you into injuries, accidents, and personal harm. Okay, so these are some of the effects and consequences that when you get behavioral addiction takes over you, depending on what you are addicted to, you can have this effect on your personal life. How can we manage it? All the time, what we say here, nea yɛka ne sɛ, ade biara a ɛha wo no can be managed. Enti, ma ɛntena hɔ na biribi a ɛha wo no, onko ara ɛnwu ɛwɔ mu, anaa ade no ɛntete w'abrabɔ na ɛnsɛe w'abrabɔ, okay? It can be managed. When it comes to behavioral addiction, there are so many ways of managing it, okay? We can have the clinical based management, which will include behavioral counseling, medication, rehabilitation, okay? And even the use of medical devices, okay? So we can use this at the clinical setting to help you overcome addiction, whether you are at the experimental, regular use, okay, or you are at the addictive stage. In all stages, we can use the clinical setting to help you recover or gradually heal yourself from the situation you find yourself. We can also use the social support system. Okay, so within the environment, we can use the social support system to also help one another to recover. Very often, people who go into that state, they need someone to prompt them, to alert them of the changes they are observing in them. Na omo ani aba omo ho so, na omo hu de omo beye. They need love, they need care, they need support. So the more we support, yen score yen tiatia yen pamo emfi abrabo mu, na mmom ye support emotionally, we support them through and through. It also help eboa ema omutimi ehili efi situation no more. When parents become concerned about the welfare of their teenagers, they seek to understand why they do the things they do, and also etimi eboa ema yetimi supporti ema healing. So the environment, clinical, ni nyina eboa Emma yetumi ehili, okay? And lastly, we can also look at the alternative medicine aspect. Alternative medicine, meditation, and the other Asian medical practices ɛwɔ hɔ sesei ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ biribi a ɛtumi ɛboa yɛn ɛma yɛtumi ɛhealing from some of these situations. Nti nea yɛka ne sɛ addictive behaviors, if it is not well managed, it can even lead to death depending on what you are addicted to. Okay. Enti anapei nea yɛka nyinaa ne sɛ whatever your situation is, if you realize say if there is something you are becoming addicted to, the other time na mayeka TikTok and other platforms, people are becoming so addicted to it. We see people sleeping on their life, not sleeping on their bed, and so many things. We really need to improve on ourselves. If you need help, please, there are always clinical psychologists around. There are clinical psychiatric nurses around. There are general nurses around. There are public health officers around who will always help you. Debiania yaka ewo life arena ne say, if you think you need help with any of these conditions, please DM me directly. If it is something which is beyond me, mean to me emboawa, I will be able to direct you to the right person. Obey to me aboawo na watimi ama wafi the situation or find it yourself a woman. Mede manu besi ha na ama edi ebi aka ho. Enti ama de bi ka ho wia. We'll give the opportunity to people in the audience who contribution, who question bisa. Obetumi aba up na wa bebusa na ya respond to it. Yeda mo nyina ase anope.
Hello, good morning. Didi,
Good morning,
thank you so much
Anya.
for the opportunity.
Thank you.
And thanks for treating this topic as well. But it looks like you've said it all. So let me add the little. Okay, so as Didi said, normally when it comes to addiction, anything that you do, when it and if that thing is not there, you feel you are not complete. Okay, then it means you are becoming addicted to that thing. If it's your phone, you have to wake up in the middle of the night to check if someone has sent you a message and all that. No, that's a phone anywhere. No, I'm not using earpiece. So you can't hear me. GH, you can't hear me. And my voice now is sexy. Yes, and see, Adibia say, yeah, okay, but say, when you say, oh, feel say you are not complete, oh, feel say you are not okay, oh, feel say untiminda, you feel so, you feel so bad, oh, feel say, as a wakume bo, intentem, oh, as a one of my obasa, that means you are addicted to that thing. And as Didi said, a car addiction, and most of the times that people think it's all about drugs. The moment you mention addiction, what comes to mind is drugs. But no, addiction goes beyond drugs, okay? We have people who are addicted to food. People who are addicted to cosmetics. We have people who are addicted to surgeries. People with the body dysmorphia. The feedbacks. Okay, I'm coming. I can reduce the volume. People who are addicted to surgeries, people with body dysmorphia, okay, you see them going in for repeated surgeries. Like they think say they need to need to do that to be okay or to be comfortable. They are just addicted to surgeries. We have people who are addicted to drugs. As for the drug aspect there, I'm so interested in that part, and I think maybe some other time we can come and discuss it. Okay, because with the drugs, the effects are, visible. You could see that this person is abusing drug. You could see that this person is being destroyed. Yes, so with that, they are very broad. When it comes to drugs, very broad, so we can discuss that later. Yeah, but when it comes to the food, the sex, and all that, the caffeine, okay, any substance that you take. Shisha. You know that, Didi, I learned that if you are able to smoke shisha for an hour, okay, for an hour, it's like you have taken 100 packs of cigarettes.
Okay.
So 1 hour shisha intake or shisha smoking is equivalent to 100 packs of cigarettes. So if you are here and you are
Your network. Yeah, so so at this point, if say obi will question and also will contribution be Emma, you can request. I'll put you in the box. Then you ask your questions whilst we wait for Amma to come. And shisha smoking is becoming the norm of the day. And then there are some pubs, shisha. There are some that is what they do. So you go there and the pipes are there. We know say and ebi have become so addicted say omo personal pipes and omo dia kosi fie. Ebeya say you are not taking you can say cigarettes and you are okay, but you are also putting in high levels of nicotine. Na to say fruits. So this is a disguised nicotine. We will take it, and we need to be very careful.
yeah.
Okay, Amma.
Yeah, Didi. Yes, shisha parts, you know there. I mean, so what killing mama? It's true, and it's very bad, and it's so addictive, eh? It's so addictive because minimobia. Or start take a crack across so and now a day so one shisha on Timio. She can't live a day without taking shisha. I was so called shisha. So please, there are certain things that it's better you don't start. There are certain lifestyles it's better you don't start. Yeah.
Arehusam ne say shisha no. The guys are using the fruity nature of it to lure the ladies into it. Yes. So many young girls, so many ladies are doing shisha nowadays.
Yeah, GH Caster. Yes. Yes. About 10 people using one pipe.
Yeah.
It's bad. I say shisha is very common. Yeah, it's common.
Yeah,
it's common, and people think say it's normal because they think say they are not smoking marijuana or cigarettes. But if you are able to smoke shisha for an hour, it's just like you've smoked 100 packs of cigarettes. That means it's even dangerous than cigarettes. It's even dangerous than cigarettes because obi onum cigarettes, onim say onum cigarettes 1 pack, and maybe the person is okay, but who onum shisha for an hour and you are taking 100 pieces of cigarettes. You understand? So it's serious. It's really serious. Yeah, Didi can say anytime we get there, they ask, do you want shisha? Okay. Who said Didi can say some of the behaviors now your lifestyle. I mean, can't be being true. My relative, he was smoking marijuana. Okay, when he was smoking the marijuana, I would say he was even okay. Kakra.
Thank you.
He was okay. We don't know what happened, and I'm sure say marijuana no. Thank you. I'm sure say marijuana no was smoking. It was friends out of peer pressure. So he started taking marijuana. That time, I was like 8 years, but I remember he was taking the marijuana. That time, was senior high school, and offer marijuana. No, and you know, to me, crowd told the buffet. Who say I did be daho. And see, we don't know what happened. He had smoked the marijuana for about 5 years, and Oko Shia down Fubi. That friend was into cocaine and heroin. Okay. So, you know, out of curiosity, I think he tried the cocaine and he tried the heroin as well. You see here, Didi, this guy was an intelligent artist. When you say artist for they are intelligent. This guy says, "Oh, na bema ojina ne nan so." And the boy no one. I said, "Oh, no pa na unim na. Na enyo odra. You wouldn't even want him to get close to you because wasay niema e wo fie omudem niema wa ton bibia ni nua mpa bo akra da ho na wa fa akoton on na ye panyin but ene wada ne akola because of his drug addiction. That is why I says when it comes to drug, I'm so passionate about drugs because of what I have seen drugs do to people.
Next week we will go into the drug addiction in detail.
Yes, because you know addiction is something be serious. If you are not careful and if you don't manage your addictions very well, it can lead to other conditions. You will definitely develop anxiety disorder. So when you manage your addiction, you will develop anxiety disorder. And anything that you know is bad, but one year if you are this because you know it is bad. Like watching pornography. You know watching pornography is bad. But one year what it tell you are not okay, then you are addicted to pornography. Most of the times people who abuse certain things, they have reasons. When you ask, they will tell you, let's say somebody or abusing pornography, and I say someone who is addicted to sex. Because I'm single and I don't want to fornicate. So if I watch the pornography, you are addicted to it. You are addicted to it and you need help. You need help. Okay. One thing is saying people who get addicted to certain things is because of the low dopamine na ewo system. Who say dopamine ma wani je. Enti ade bia obeye bia ma wani je no. That means say you need uhia dopamine in your system. You need to you need certain things that can trigger your happiness, but you are not getting it and you think say sad now you are addicted to no and be ma wani aje. That is why you are doing it, but it is wrong. It is not so. Uhia moa anti me pamocho bibia wakasa onim se wo ye na enye ba untimi njai, then please stop it. And if you are someone who pay energy drinks, who pay caffeine, nema caffeine or caffeine ade the very moment one fabi now who says utia we ya who your basa no, that means you are having withdrawal symptoms from that substance. That means to say you are addicted to it and you need help. And what can trigger your happiness? Oh, need to send me say, okay, so bia me nyan juma. Oh, many badges. I'm okay. Okay, I'm okay. That is me. But there are some people to say, oh no, nya cafe no man. Honestly, many badges. Obviously, how pornography. Many badges. So it depends on you. Maybe what will make me happy may not make you happy. Okay. So as for the happiness, there is individual, you know, something. Obiani ade ebe na ni aje. Okay. Obi wo ha ensa ema na ni je. But we are saying say everything you do, it should be in moderation. It shouldn't be overboard. So uya na etira na se wan koye na ho ntowa. That means you are addicted to that thing. That is what we are saying. Okay. Like me and me pen me, if I should love music to the extent say mintimi kra nja menjum ho emba ha enemo mekasa mintimi nja enjum ho enkwa ejuma. That means I have also become addicted to it and I need help. So everything that you do says I didn't know who feel say you can't survive. That means you have become addicted to that thing and you need help. That is what we are discussing. Let's sit now. So maybe he will come and explain to us.
You see, the issue is that there are individual differences, as we always say. And even when it comes to drugs and other things, there are some people who will take these drugs and other things and it will not even have any effect on them. Okay, please, Amma, mute yourself and let me see.
Okay.
It won't have any effect on them. But the moment the smallest part of it, peno, na a trigger BB. We have different makeup. Our bodies are differently made up. And see, Enkasa adeɛ wɔ obi afa anyɛ ne hwee nto nso bɛfa. What we are doing here is to promote positive behavior. Okay? Positive behavior that will have a positive impact on your personal health. Enti sɛ ade na woyɛ no ɛyɛ biribi a w'ani gye ho, but it's a negative behavior. We want you to gradually move away from that negative behavior and redirect your energy to a positive one. Sɛ wote aseɛ. Enti sɛ woyɛ obi a alcohol na ma w'ani gye, wonom na woboro na woyɛ tintan a ɛna w'ani gye a, what we are saying is that alcohol is a depressant. It depresses your CNS, and if you continue and you become addicted to it, apart from the depression it will have on your CNS, it can I'll mind you, it can equally lead to some organ damage. It will affect your organ, okay? Some organs in your body. And you really need to do it in moderation. In moderation, that is what we are saying. Everything must be done in moderation. There are some, to everybody, sex brings pleasure. It's a pleasurable act. But when you overdo it, okay, then at the end of the day, you will face the consequences. So what we are saying is that you need to be counseled, you need to be managed such that you can do it in moderation so that the effect that behavior have on your personal life will not be dangerous, but it will be something which can promote your own health, your own good mental health, good personal health, good emotional health, and total well-being. That is what we are saying. Okay, so everything must be in moderation so that you can be healthy. That is what we are saying. Okay, that is what we are saying. So you need to redirect your energy from what you are addicted to something else. So what you say? So, we know say some women, especially our ladies, they don't want to see guys because they remember be bratiti or makomane ade, and now they are addicted to this dido or whatever they call it. They are buying all those things in different sizes, shapes, and heights. And they are so addicted to it. Say, even Yame or Madum no mu meet the real people in life. I don't think they can ever meet their satisfaction. All these, the aftermath, the negative repercussion will come, and the price you will pay is high. So all we are saying is that for you not to pay that heavy price, which can come in different form, reduce it. Do it in moderation. Ɛyɛ biribi a sɛ wohwɛ na wogyae a ɛngyae a, seek help. Seek help. Thank you. Thank you. Seek help so that help na wobɛnya no ɛbɛtumi aboa reduce no kakra kakra ama wo. Addiction or addictive behavior, the health implication is very expensive. You might not be able to pay. You might not be able to pay. The effect it will have on your health, the effect it will have on your physical well-being, the effect it will have on your social well-being, Charlie, you cannot pay. So all we are saying is that addictive behaviors, ebetimi amawe lusu, even your sense of living, your sense of well-being. Okay, so all we are saying is that it is something that maybe you are the experimental stage, and I say where regular use, and I say where high risk use. Okay, and now we do addiction, whichever stage you find yourself. Ebi afi no wa start ebo video game no. Afi obehu say now we na 1 hour. Say we do 3 hours. Say we do 4 hours. Okay, experimental na ye do regular use. Afi on daily basis no. If you don't do that thing, otna entna. Masturbation, watching pornography, video game, internet, app use, drug use, and everything. Shopping, eating a particular food, the energy drink. Afe abeye daily basis. Just be rest assured, you are on the way. From experimental use to regular use or high risk use. And if nothing is done, you may get to addiction. We don't want anybody to get into addiction of anything because the health implication now, it will be so expensive a price to pay. It's in your say, manage ye. Let's be very conscious of our behavior so that at the end of so a ubetimi apuli break. Oshana wuchi break seek for help. We are always there to help you.
Didi.
You can DM me, you can DM Amma Black, you can DM Celine. We can help you. If it is beyond you, ask
Oh, I want to say something.
we can direct you to anybody or any of our senior colleagues who can really be of help to you. Okay. It is like this. It is not about how many cans of energy drink an individual will take. Niamekane said we are individually different. Okay. Somebody will take one and a bit dezino and then drew that level. Obi nso here so take it 3, 4, 5 and stand edinedru that level. So you need to know yourself in this life. Knowing yourself is the best thing or best tool that can help you. If you know yourself, you can check yourself and you know your limits. If you know, say, half crab fawa, you don't go to that extent. When himself one ebefawa, you don't go to that extent. Okay, so know yourself so that you know how to go about it.
Didi.
Yes, sister.
Didi.
Yes, sister.
I'm talking about you. You see, say na ye canon. Say on start say bibi more addicted. Please don't start. You know, rehabilitation in Ghana, Rehabilitation in Ghana. If you are a Ghanaian, it's 7,500 cedis for 3 months. This excludes your medication, oh. And if you are a foreigner, just housing you, keke. We will come and look at your face. You look at our face. You will greet you. You will greet us. That one, oh, is 7,500 Ghana cedis for 3 months. And this was, I think, September bill. For now, I don't know where it has gotten to. And if you are a foreigner, you are paying 15,000 Ghana cedis for 3 months. And rehabilitation takes about 6 months. It depends on what you are abusing or what you are addicted to. So if someone needs to cut a please, even if you have money like Didi, because you could use that money for something better rather than wasting it because of your addiction. You understand? And so before you come for, mental health in Ghana is not cheap. To access mental health care in Ghana is not cheap. People think say careful. It is not easy at all. If in normal admission, a day is 100 cedis. Normal admission, a day is 100 Ghana cedis. So if you don't have like 50,000 Ghana, don't start abusing drugs because the price you pay for it, aside it's destroying you, to destroy everything around you. So please, won't start here, man. What starting so it doesn't mean say say, please, no. There is help. Seek help. Why? Oh,
thank you so much.
And the GH caster or tete me pa.
And the feedback, I say we be where you na me kasa na e benti mi nti wo ho Most real one, thank you for joining us. Mrs. Tao, what is saying? Most real. Okay, Eduanom. So obi wa question to me ebusa. And most real, I wish you can unmute yourself to ask your question. Yeah, okay. So obi wo another question to me abebusa na yaboa na yina no obi wo a perfect example, ebia wo that experience and you want to share a kwan wo ho aka 5 minutes na ye de program no abawie ye enti mestre say at this time no so obi wo question bi opese obisa obi wo contribution bi opese ode ka ho mayen a wobetumi e de aka ho de bia ne ameka ne say nimdeɛ knowledge eni ɔbaakofo tiri mu ɛno nti na de bia ye pese ye share na obiara enya kakra fi mu na yetumi de boa ye ho. Ene we talked about behavioral addiction and yehu say addiction is not just about drugs, social media, game, sex, food, and so many other things. Ade bia wehu sɛ wode wo ho ahyɛ mu a wogye wo ho a ɛngye woanyɛ a wotena a ɛntena no is addiction. Yɛsrɛ sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ yɛn ho yie na yɛn nyinaa yɛayɛ no in moderation sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a affecte yɛ life na yɛtumi live normal life because ɛnkyene de we thank you so much. We thank everyone for joining us today to bring your way Life Arena, where we learn, we entertain, we educate, and we inform about health. And then so, yɛda ase sɛ woanyi wo ho amfim na woba bɛtie bi. Life Arena deɛ, Saturday biara, 9 a.m. Ghana time, 10 a.m. UK Nigeria time, 11 a.m. South African time. We come your way with things you can learn and help yourself and also help others around you. Ɛno nti ɛna da bia yɛde saa dwumadie yi ɛbrɛ wo. Sɛdeɛ meka ne da bia no, Life Arena, ɛha na yɛsua adeɛ.